Okay, what? Say it again. Talk again.
Test.
Audio.
Test. I'm beginning here.
Say it again. Talk again.
Test.
Oh, the delay.
Okay, we're good. All right, test. Miss Sasser, what about the Google Meet? Should I?
Oh, the delay.
Okay, we're good. All right, test. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me try that one more time. I forgot I had one more mute button to hit. I want to welcome everybody to Rexmill Middle School. I'm Dr. Turner, the very proud principal of Rexmill Middle STEM School. And thank you for those of you in the comments letting me know that you can't hear me. I thank you for your patience. This is new to all of us, and I'm doing everything at the very best level that I can. So thank you again. Hey, everyone. We had an outstanding day today at Rexmill. We're a little bit on the tired side. The administrators and parapros worked hard to put devices in the hands of many students. It was so great to meet our students who are new to Rexmill. It was also great to see some of our students from the year before. So great to see everyone, and just thank you. Hello to my parents. I can see you in the chat room. Feel free to give us a shout out and a hello so I know you're there. Okay, I'm going to get started. This is about a 30-minute broadcast. I'm going to try to make sure I'm speaking slowly enough so that everyone can hear me. And if you have questions, we're going to do our best to address them as we go along. I have my amazing team with me, and I'm going to be recognizing them as we go through the show. I can't get to the window. Okay. All right, Rexmill Middle STEM School. All right, so first things that I need everyone to do is to make sure that you're connected with us. We take pride in our communication and really getting out to everyone. Our front office phone number is there. It's 770-474-0702. And if you need to speak to someone in the main office, you press 4 and they will get you to anyone we need you to speak with. We will have someone manning the phones from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, if you're on social media, make sure that you're following us. We are on Twitter and Instagram, and that's at RexSTEM. We also are on Facebook at the University of Rexmill Middle STEM School. So please make sure you're connected. We love to put announcements out there just to make sure that we're using as many areas to get a hold of all of our stakeholders. We also have a fantastic website. Please make sure you're visiting it often, as that is where we're putting a lot of the comments and a lot of updates as we get it to you. And a lot of things are just now coming to us, and so we're doing our very best to get it out to you as quickly as possible. So let me start with, what is Rexmill Middle STEM School? We have a vision, and the vision of Rexmill Middle STEM School is to be a school of high performance, preparing all students to live and compete successfully in a global society. In order to us to get to this vision, we have a mission, and the mission of Rexmill Middle STEM School is to motivate our community to live inspired and purpose-filled lives. So that's my picture. Many of you couldn't see me today because we have our mask on, but I want everyone to know who I am. I'm Dr. Karen Turner. This is my 6th year as principal, and I absolutely love my Rexmill home. My Rexmill family means a lot to me, and you all mean a lot to me. So I hope we can always stay engaged and work as a partnership. Now, as we start this year, we are just hoping that everyone, where we're working as a team, as we iron out the kinks, getting everything to run smoothly as we go on a virtual format. We did an absolutely fantastic job from March to May, and we're going to do an even better job opening up in August. So we thank everyone who has given us so much support and given us grace. Our teachers are pushing it to the max to make sure that they're there for your students. As we worked in March and May, I would see the emails going out and the communication going out, and our teachers were working extremely long hours. Well, nothing has changed about that in their dedication. They have been working extremely hard over the summer to sharpen their skills for virtual instruction. And as we're in pre-planning, they have been working hard to get out the communication to all their students. So we thank you all for all your feedback. We appreciate your patience as you're coming through and picking up devices. And as we're getting the information out, we just thank you for having that complete understanding. Many of our teachers are parents, and so they're doing what most of the nation is doing. They're working from home and also raising and taking care of a family. And that is a lot on one person. And we know that how that pressure is. And with that understanding, my team is working hard to make sure that everyone is getting connected to Rex Mill so that we can support each other. Now, I mentioned my team. I have a fantastic team, and I'm going to show each of their pictures up so you know exactly who to reach out to if you need any assistance. I have their emails up here. So we have Mr. Anthony Barnes. He is the assistant principal over what we call the R Academy. So once students start coming back to the school, his academy is on the 600 hall. He's also over the departments of English Language Arts and Special Education, also known as DES. So that's Mr. Anthony Barnes. He's also over 8th grade. And then we have Mr. Gary Lumba. He is over 7th grade. He does the 700 Academy, and we call it the E Academy. And he's over the departments of Science and Athletics. And then we have Assistant Principal, Mrs. LaPetria Lewis. She is over 6th grade, 800 E Academy, and she's over the departments of Math and Testing. Now, those of you who are new to Rex Mill, you may not get what we mean by academy. We have an R Academy, an E Academy, and an X Academy. It spells Rex. So each hallway is considered an academy. On each hallway, we have the 3 grade levels. We have a 6th grade team, a 7th grade team, and an 8th grade team. That's how each hallway works. And those assistant principals run those academies. And they are also over the departments that we mentioned. We also have connections, and that's where Dr. Bess comes in. Dr. Bess is our STEM and magnet coordinator. So many of you who are new to Rex Mill and came through the magnet program, you've probably already had communication with Dr. Bess. Dr. Bess is over the Connections Academy, and the Connections is made up of all the different courses like your fine arts when it comes to orchestra and band and art, and then Spanish, some of our STEM robotics classes, as well as PE and health. We also have in Connections, Language Live and Math 180, and as well as our ESOL courses. So Miss Dr. Bess, is over the Connections department. We have the academic coach, Dr. Cassandra Ashley, who helps to support instruction throughout the school. Our virtual lead is Miss Sasser. And in this position, Miss Sasser helps to set up the Google Classrooms. She helps to facilitate a lot of things that are online. She really helps teachers become comfortable with the online environment. She also runs our website, and she is responsible for the communication that goes out. She leads our communication committee. So that is Miss Sasser. And for our counselors, we have Ms. Kennedy Harris and Ms. Tammy Murphy. You can see Ms. Murphy here is over students with the last names A through L, and Ms. Harris is over students last names M through Z. Ms. Harris is a new addition to our family, so we're welcoming her as her first year as one of our counselors. Dr. Bess reminded me that in Connections, we also have healthcare science and computer science. Thank you, Dr. Bess. And our parent liaison is Miss Ashley Harper. Miss Harper is there to be a liaison between the parents and the school. You can reach out to her about anything, and she will direct you in the right way. She also provides a lot of support with helping parents connect with supporting their students. So check out a lot of the communication that Ms. Harper puts out. She's a part of our communication committee. She does a lot of things with parents, doing different parent academies. She'll have that information for you to join the parent academies, as well as she teaches things like the Lunch and Learn. Check out her virtual parent resource center. And there are the codes there. We will also have this on our website. So if you don't get them right now, we'll definitely have them posted. But if you want to join her parent academies, here are the codes for that. And she'll be showing you how to do everything that's Google Classroom so you can support your scholar and we can support them as well. And with this virtual parent resource center, you'll be able to click on a lot of the different things there and get resources right at your fingertips. Our attendance clerk and registrar is Mrs. Dudley. She's responsible for making sure that our attendance is done correctly. She also helps with getting access to Infinite Campus, registration, and withdrawal. So if you have any questions, you can always call the front office and they can connect you to Mrs. Dudley. Now, many of you have already done this. I just want to make sure it's done. They have extended this deadline, I believe, until November. So you have to do online residency verification. Now, this is not registration. This is residency verification. So please make sure that you've gone online. You can click on the Clayton County website. You'll see it right there where it says verification process, and you go through the process and upload documentation about your residency and your contact information. We need 100% of all our Rexmill families to complete online residency. Some online registration helpful tips. If you haven't registered and your child is new and you're trying to enroll, and maybe you have more than one child that you're trying to enroll, you may add all the enrollments to one registration. Just make sure that you write down your application number in case you need to return to it. But don't submit it until you're completely finished with all the documentation. That action will prevent you from making changes. If you hit submit, you won't be able to go back and add the information that's left off. Communication. Communication is extremely important. Everybody has to be in the know, and especially with everyone going on virtual, it's very important that we are communicating. Clayton County Public Schools has done an outstanding job. You've seen our wonderful superintendent go on many different outlets. He's been on the news. He has done great town hall meetings throughout the summer, just in an effort to keep everybody up to date. Well, Clayton County has designed a parent toolkit, and you can go on the Clayton County website and it will give you everything, one-stop shop to find everything that you need for your child to be successful in Clayton County. All the resources, everything's there. Just go to the Clayton County Public Schools website. Another place to get a lot of communication is the Rexmill website. We're constantly updating it and putting information on there. Sometimes there's a lag behind in trying to get the information on there. It just takes a moment to upload, but we upload and touch that website several times a week. So it's very important that you're checking our website. I like to do a call out to my Rexmill families every Sunday and Thursday. Once school begins, we'll be in a good little rhythm where I will put out any kind of announcements if we have them for Sunday and Thursday. And I always try to make them come at 5:30 p.m. Now, sometimes when they come across, it is a voicemail and it will click off like it's not going to go through. You don't have to even press one. Just let your phone have the voice come through and let it go through. Many people sometimes send it to voicemail just so they can play it later and get all the information down and write it down. So again, I do call outs every Sunday and every Thursday, and I have them set to go out at 5:30 p.m. Again, I will have people manning the front office phones from 9 to 5 daily. Please make sure that your student is checking their student Gmail on a regular basis, as we will put announcements out there as well. And we will also be sending emails to parents throughout the year of important information and updates about Rexmill. Tuesdays, we are set aside for parents to do virtual parent conferences. We have them after school, and you can meet with teachers between 2:30 and 3 o'clock on Tuesdays. That's for a set parent conference. Now, teachers have office hours at the end of the day that I will talk about later in this presentation. All right. These are the Parent Academy Google codes again that Ms. Harper will be running. I just wanted to put them on there another time in case you missed them on the other time, earlier in the presentation. Again, those will be on our website so that you can join these Parent Academies. Ms. Harper will have sessions throughout the year, and you don't have to worry if you aren't able to log in. You might be at work at that time and not able to get it. She will have them recorded so you can play them back later, but they will be pertinent information that goes to 6th grade, to 7th grade, and to 8th grade. Town hall meetings. We're going to do town hall meetings throughout the year. I will try to make sure that I'm staying connected with you between 5 and 5:30. Based on your feedback, I'll adjust times so that it's convenient and we can get as many stakeholders involved. This Thursday, we will have a meet and greet that will take place between 6 and 7 p.m. Now listen carefully. 6 p.m. is for 6th grade. We want 6th grade to log in for that. And I'm going to give you tips on how to get into the virtual meet and greet. 6:30 is when our 7th and 8th graders need to log in and meet with their teachers. Your students will have the opportunity to meet with their teams, so that's math, science, social studies, and English teachers, and then connect with their connections teacher during virtual meet and greet. We are doing laptop pickup Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Now, I did a call out about this earlier. You must register to have that laptop. So you had to have filled out the document that's online. That document has been taken down because the time expired on Monday. So if you are still in need of the device and did not get the opportunity to register through our website, please call our front office between 9 o'clock and 5 o'clock so we can put your name down. Now, we won't have it ready that day, but we'll tell you the day to come back and pick up your device. And again, I want to ask everybody for their patience. It's a lot of work for our parapros and our administrators. We're working out there in that heat, and everybody was so wonderful, so gracious today. And I just want to thank you. We have a lot of students. Rex Mill is the largest middle school in Clayton County. We have 1,300 students. So you just have to be patient when you come and wait in the line, and we will get to you. Now, again, you must have already registered or called that front office so we have your laptop ready for you. It takes a moment to pack that laptop and make sure that you get the right codes for your child. So again, we ask for your patience, and again, that grace, we need it as we're getting out the devices. And if you come and the line is extremely long, just come back a little bit later when we can get to you. Our parent liaison, as I said, will have lunch and learns, and she'll be publishing those soon. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Infinite Campus is so important. You need to have this downloaded to your phone for the app so that you can monitor your students' attendance and their grades. They should be getting 2 grades a week per class. So you want to make sure that your student is connected and doing what they're supposed to. Now, with attendance means that your students are coming daily to their virtual classes. They will log in daily. I will be going over the schedule. The first period begins at 9 a.m. We need our scholars logging into their first period at 9 a.m. We're going to have homeroom from 9 to 9:10, and then they'll begin their first period. And I've gotten many of you asking about the schedule that you see at Infinite Campus. That Infinite Campus schedule is for when we are face-to-face and at the school. So the virtual schedule will not start until 9 a.m. Now, here we have some information about food distribution. We have our cafeteria manager, who is David Bligen, and he goes by Coach Bligen. He works with our football team. And our assistant cafe manager, Miss Leah Clark. Now, in this, I want to make sure everybody understands there will be curbside that we've had like all summer and what we had through March through May, where you can come by and pick up the meals. It's open from 9 to 12, and when you come, you get both breakfast and lunch at the same time. Now, Clayton County has worked it out to do a delivery where they will deliver food to the elementary school bus stops. So that might be more convenient. They will start delivering at 9 a.m. You have to check to see the times that they will come. Now, I realize that our babies have already started class, so we've got to make sure that we're communicating and working together so that I know that my babies are still, and I call them my babies, I apologize, my scholars, that they're getting fed. They can get at the bus stop, they can pick up their food, and they will pick up both breakfast and lunch. Now, whether you come to curbside or whether you come to the bus stop, You must have the student ID number, and we will work with everyone. So say parents are working together and a parent is going to go make a run to come to the school and pick up the lunches for everyone. Just make sure you have everyone's ID number. That's the only way we can keep track and making sure that we're giving this to our Clayton County students. Again, our cafe manager is Mr. Blygen, David Blygen, and that's his email there. So again, the food distribution will be curbside. That means on our bus lane from 9 to 12, where you can come by and pick up breakfast and lunch. And then you also have the option of just picking up breakfast and lunch at the bus stops. There will be buses coming around, dropping off the food at that time. All right, here's our virtual schedule. I want to go over this with everyone so everyone understands how this works. Students are logging in from Monday through Thursday. Monday through Thursday. They log into homeroom starting at 9 a.m. and they go straight into first period. Teachers are taking attendance just like they always have every class period. So first period, second period begins at 10:10, third period begins at 11:10 and ends at 12 o'clock. You can see we've scheduled lunch from 12 to 12:30, and then fourth period begins at 12:35. They will have fourth period from 12:35 to 1:05, and then fifth period, their final period will be from 1:15 to 2:10. So school completes at 2:10. The teacher office time will be from 2:15 to 3:15. So check it out right there with the little asterisks. We have Tuesdays are the virtual parent conference time. So just give them a moment, about 2:30, they can start having virtual parent conferences if needed. Monday and Thursday will be for remediation, tutorials, club meetings. If they need office hours or one-on-one time with their teachers, that's the time. Now, Fridays are what they are calling unplugged days, meaning the scholars will work on independent assignments. So they might have to do their iReady minutes. They might have a project that they're working on. All of these different type of things for the unplugged days. That's what the scholars will work on. Resources. Remember earlier I was talking about the parent resource toolkit. This is a short little video about it. I'm not going to play it right now because it's a little bit long, but I will have it on our website. But you can click on this for Clayton County Public Schools and it tells you all about the resources that are offered. All right, important dates. We're already in this one, the Tuesday, August 4th, that we've got our live YouTube, the virtual meet and greet. Here's another reminder about it. It's Thursday, August 6th from 6 p.m. for our 6th graders, and then 6:30 p.m. for our 7th and 8th grader. The first day of school is Monday, August 10th at 9 a.m. That's when we want 100% of our students to log in to their first period class, which is also their homeroom. So here's the team. Our English Language Arts lead and department chair is Ms. Odoms. Our special ed department lead, DES, is Mrs. Pamela Jones. Our social studies department chairs are Ms. Roddy and Mr. Crutcher. Our math lead and department chair is Mr. El Tayab, and he was our last year 1920 Teacher of the Year as well. And then our science department chairs are Ms. Cole and Mrs. Phillips. And our Connections Academy department chair is Ms. Bradshaw, and she's also our ESOL lead. And Ms. Bradshaw is new to the Rexmill family, so we are welcoming her. And she has jumped on board, and she's leading the Connections Academy as well as ESOL. Our athletic director is Mr. Worsham. Now, athletics is something that we haven't had a chance to talk about. I just wanted to make sure that everybody is aware. Clayton County Public Schools decided that 6th and 7th grade, that the fall sports have been canceled as far as 6th and 7th grade, but 8th grade can participate on the high school level. I'm not sure if Mr. Worsham, if there's anything else I need to clear up. They have not yet made a decision about winter sports, But right now, that's how they're operating with the fall sports. Now, the rec centers and a lot of the rec leagues are still active, and we encourage our 6th and 7th grade not to be disappointed, but to find maybe an outlet to go that way where they can participate in sports that way. Right now, only our 8th grade have the opportunity to try out for fall sports on the high school level. So that's cheerleading, football, and volleyball. Our fine arts department is made up of Ms. Coleman, who does band. She's our band director, and Mr. Fredericks, who does orchestra, and Ms. Johnson, who leads our art department. So if you have any questions about band or orchestra, please make sure you reach out to them. We will have their recruit video up right after this town hall meeting, so you can take a look at that if that's something you want your scholar connected with, or you have questions about how your 7th or 8th grader may participate in band or orchestra this year. There has not been a decision made, so let me go back to the athletics at this point. So there has not yet been a decision made as far as basketball and how that will be handled. So just hold tight for that information about basketball. So again, band and orchestra, we will have a recruitment video on immediately after we complete the town hall meeting. So the question is, will there be GMAS this year? No, there will not be a state level test run by the state of Georgia, but we will have what is called MAP. Your students will be participating in MAP, and we started it last year in many of the schools. All of the middle schools did it, but that is one where we get to see exactly what your student is performing and where they need assistance in and where they're accelerating in. So MAP is what we'll be using this year for assessments. We'll still have iReady, as well as some common formative assessments. And by common formative assessments, I mean short, quick assessments that we do at the end of every 2 weeks, just to see how our scholars are learning and doing with all the standards. Will there be any virtual after-school programs? We will have opportunity for a remediation and tutorial. Now, our teachers are also working to move to virtual platforms for different clubs, and we will have a club list up by the first week that we begin school, and we will be going over that with our students. So there will be many opportunities for them to participate in things online after school. For rising 6th graders, how will the transition to a new school and teachers and new expectations be addressed virtually? Great question. So one thing that we pride ourselves on is getting all our students acclimated to the new year. And this year it is for everyone, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, but especially our 6th graders. Our 6th graders may not be used to a schedule where they're moving from class to class to class. So what we do is we do it the first 5 days where we really intentionally teach them everything they need to know about middle school. And it's about the middle school virtual format. So they'll learn everything about etiquette, digital responsibility, where to post their information, how to make sure that they're being counted for attendance, how they're supposed to conduct themselves in class. All policies and procedures, we'll teach them that gradually, class by class, day by day. We are also working a lot on social emotional learning. We realize our students have been through a lot. We all have been through a lot. And so we are taking our time to really look at the social emotional needs of our students. Our counselors are leading programs. Our teachers have been trained in social emotional learning. And we are working on making sure that each and every one of our students are taken care of. So we are trying our best to make sure we connect with our 6th graders who have not had the opportunity to walk our halls. We are going to make sure that we do our best to connect to them virtually, and it's going to be done on a day-by-day basis until everyone gets acclimated to this virtual format. Are students expected to be dressed in uniform while attending class virtually? Great question, and that's something that we cover as we go over our expectations for Rex Mill. So no, students do not necessarily have to be in uniform, but they do have to be appropriately dressed. We do expect them to be on camera in a t-shirt, or they can wear a collared shirt, and they are engaged. So that is the expectation. Now, when we return to the face-to-face, they are expected to be in uniform. So right now, students must be in something that's appropriate to be on camera. So if they are in a t-shirt, it can't have anything that's vulgar or inappropriate. It has to be something that they could wear to school. So again, thank you for that great question, and we will definitely address that as we talk on our first 5 days about how you connect to the virtual classroom. Will there be any clubs offered virtually? Yes, there will be clubs offered virtually. We will again go over that the first week of school. We're looking at a lot of different formats to deliver the clubs virtually. We have a lot of great things that we do when we're in the face-to-face model, but we're going to continue that greatness virtually. So we will have clubs that our students can join. Are there any initiatives still set aside for students, such as rewarding academics, attendance, or class participation? Yes, our discipline committee does a great job recognizing students. We have Student of the Month that we do. We recognize students, and we realize with the virtual format, we're going to have to shift some things. Our students need even more recognition for doing a lot of things on their own and taking that initiative. So we will have something set up for them. We don't have the exact details on how everything. We like to, when we were working March to May, we sent things out to our students. So those are some of the things that we're putting in place where students are recognized on a weekly, daily, and monthly basis. We do a lot of shout outs when we do our morning announcements, as well as the things I mentioned, like Student of the Month. We also have an honors event that we do at the end of the year, and we do at the end of each semester. So these are things that we do on a regular basis to make sure that our students are connected. It just will look a little different in the virtual world. Will teachers hold office hours for parents or students to be able to reach out to them with questions or concern? And I went over that earlier with our virtual schedule. Yes, at the end of the day, our teachers will have office hours from 2:15 to 3:15, and Tuesdays are dedicated to parent conferences, but Tuesdays and Thursdays, they are working with the students for remediation, or if they need acceleration, or just some one-on-one time. So they are there and available. But the best way to get a hold of the teachers right now is through their email, and they will make sure that you guys have all of that so they can respond to you in a timely manner. Are students supposed to pick up textbooks for classes? We decided that we will pass out the devices. Everything that our students need is available online. We wanted to reduce as much possible contact, so we are doing everything to make sure that students have devices, and we need them connected to those resources online. Many of the workbooks and things are consumable. And so if a student is writing or doing their work on the workbook, there's no way to turn that into a teacher. So everything is available online. And when we pass out the devices, we made sure that we included the child's code of from their team that they're going to be on. So that person, so the English teacher will let you know exactly where to go to get their online textbooks. So will the math teacher, your science, your social studies, and any resources they need for connections. Everything is online. So thank everyone for understanding that. This was just the best way to make sure that every student had access. If my child is signed up for a virtual academy, can they participate in extracurricular activities? Now, the virtual academy only kicks in once it has been determined that we can go to a hybrid level or some type of way where we got face-to-face. That answer to that question has not yet been decided. So as soon as I do know that about how the virtual academy will function, once we have the setup of where students can return to school, I'll be happy to let everyone know about that. What info is needed for device pickup? So One thing to pick up the device, you have to have already pre-registered for that. That means you went online and you filled out the form. That form has been taken down because the time to get that done has expired. So if you find yourself where you still need a device, you need to call the front office, let them know your child's name and grade, and we will get the device set up and we will tell you the time and date to come pick that one up. Please don't come to the school if you haven't already gotten on that list. We won't have the laptop ready because we have to package it. Once you're here to pick up the device, a parent must come to pick up the device, and the parent must sign the paperwork necessary to hand that device over. Can parents log into classes while they are in session? No, not at this time. You cannot log in. That is strictly for the child to be in there. And because of FERPA laws, we have to make sure that the classroom is for students. Now, feel free to reach out to a teacher to ask questions so that you can know how your child is performing and or behaving when they're in the classroom. What are the codes for the virtual meet and greet? All right, so we're at the point where Ms. Sasser is going to give us some information about how to connect for the virtual meet and greet, and I'm going to check to see if I got any other questions I need to address.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Ms. Sasser. And as far as the virtual meet and greet, what we'll do is we'll have a link up on the website for you guys tomorrow. And then students will also be able to access the virtual meet and greet links in their first period Google Classroom. So teachers have already started calling, and then students have already been added to their Google Classroom. So have your students to check their emails. They will have the link for the Google Classroom. So what you'll do is you'll click on the link, and that'll take you to the virtual meet and greet. Now, if you do not have access to Google Classroom right now, we'll still have the links on the website. And what you'll do is you'll click on the link, and then you'll have to be admitted. If not, we do have the call-in number, so there'll be a telephone number posted with the link, and you're welcome to call in and enter the PIN code to join the meeting. All right, turning it back over to Dr. Turner.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sasser. I got to check a couple of the questions. I know Mr. Barnes has been working hard in the chat room along with Ms. Sasser to address everybody's questions. One of the things I want to make sure that, someone asked, well, what is the uniform color? So you can wear a black polo style shirt or a gold or white. Those are our colors. Now, that is only when we are back face to face will you be expected to be in that type of uniform dress. Remember that it's fine if you want to be in a t-shirt. It just must be something appropriate when you're on camera. And yes, we expect our students to be on camera. We want to make sure that we're doing everything to connect with our students, and seeing them is the best way. We put a lot out there about how to get that home environment ready for virtual learning. There's a couple of videos that I put out, as well as Ms. Harper. You want to make sure that they have an area that is got great lighting, that it's someplace where they can concentrate. And I always say, make it portable. You can't sometimes just work in the same place. I work in several different areas when we're working from home, and I always just have a portable setup. So if you think they can concentrate better with you having your eye on them in the kitchen, that's fine, at the kitchen table or at the dining room table. Or sometimes they need to be in their room and they've got a certain area to work on. But you know your child best, and you know how to make sure and monitor that they're doing what you need them to do. Were there any other questions that I need to address, Ms. Sasser or Mr. Barnes?
No, I think we have everything.
Outstanding. Thank you, everyone, so much for the engagement. I'll open up to my team. Did my team have anything that they needed to share or add that I might have missed? I see them shaking their heads.
None at this time.
Excellent, excellent. All right, you all. Everyone, have a great evening. We'll have this recording up. If there's anything you need, we're just a phone call away or just an email away. We are here for you. Everyone, let's have a great school year. Look forward to seeing everyone at 9 a.m. on August the 10th. Don't forget, we will have the band video on after this, so we're getting ready to put that up shortly.
All right.
Welcome to Rexmill Middle School, home of the Yellow Jackets. I am Miss Chastity Coleman, your band director, and I would like for you to join my band family. Now, I know you've seen the Drumline movies and the Lizzo videos, so you know how much fun it will be. The best part of it all is that you don't have to have any experience. I will teach you the fundamentals of woodwind, brass, and percussion instruments so that you may perform with the likes of Bruno Mars and Beyonce someday. So how do you get started? First, join my interest group in Google Classroom using the code JM72OUW. The counselors will then assign you to one of my free classes. Don't worry, you'll be able to explore other connections classes like art and PE, as well as participate in extracurricular activities. But I have to make sure you don't miss out on the wonderful things we do in band first. Things like concerts, marching band, STEAM activities, Disney, Lake Winnie, ice cream social, parties, field trips, Atlanta Symphony Orchestra and Clayton State University partnerships, and various honor bands. And I know you want to be amongst the most brilliant people around. After all, studies show that students in music excel in academics, making you college and career ready and globally competitive. You're probably wondering how I'm going to select your instrument during this time. Your first instrument will be the soprano recorder. You may get them from Century Music, TLS Music, or Whole Note Music. Later, the vendors will assist you and me in choosing your band instrument virtually, and through an instrument petting zoo. Now, I don't want to talk your ear off. You'll need them to hear the music we play. So just buzz with this hive. My Google Classroom code is JM72OUW. See you soon.
Hello, future Rex Mill Orchestra students. I'm Mr. Fredericks, the orchestra teacher at Rex Mill. I promise that you can play just like the people in this video, even if you don't know anything about music. All 6th graders start the same, and within a few weeks you will be playing concerts and missing class to go on field trips. Before concerts, the whole class gets free Chick-fil-A or pizza and soda. We will go to North Atlanta High School and get lunch like pizza or any concessions that you want. I promise you will love orchestra. You'll be friends with everyone in class. Important. The first week of school, you will receive a blank permission form to join band or orchestra. Just circle 1. I'll remind you to turn in your form, don't worry. Again, no experience is necessary. The 6th grade class treats everyone like a beginner, teaching you to play a string instrument like violin, or viola, cello, or bass. In orchestra, you still get to take all of the connections classes. Orchestra is just one of your classes. We take a lot of days out of class and even field trips out of school for concerts with all your friends, and field trips on charter buses with Wi-Fi and free food. Students who study the performing arts receive a wealth of educational benefits. In addition to obtaining the lifelong skills needed to become a music performer or consumer, a child learns skills that can be used in every facet of life. Teamwork, dedication, self-discipline, and responsibility prepare a child for a successful future in any profession. Research shows that music students are among the strongest academically and score higher on the SAT than other students. Grades play an important part of a high school transcript. However, most colleges and universities look for well-rounded students who have experienced more than academic excellence. Once you enroll in orchestra, you will have several instruments from which to choose. Information will be sent home concerning free instrument rental or purchase after classes are established. And yes, you can take a free instrument home, even over the weekends and long breaks. I am so grateful to you fine arts parents. Thank you for considering music education for your child, and I look forward to making music together.
How's that? All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.